we are going to start with the fourth chapter in social science, and that is literary heritage of India. Literary means language. Anything associated with language, with bhasha is included in literary. Okay. Man took up expressions, symbols, drawing and sounds to communicate his thoughts, ideas, feelings and emotions to others. So how do we communicate what we are feeling to other people? Through language, right? If you are feeling sick, if you have fever, how are you going to tell your mother that I have fever? Through use of language, through use of symbols. Okay, for those people who do not know how to speak, or let's say who are deaf and dumb, what do they use? They use symbols, right? They use sign language. So symbols, drawings. In olden times people used to draw and communicate. Like if you go to old palaces, there are paintings. So if you take a guide and go around the palace, they will tell you, okay, this drawing tells us the story about the king going on a war, fighting, all those things. Okay, so we communicate what we think, what we feel, what are our emotions. Emotions are what? Happiness, sadness, okay, anger, depression. So all these emotions are told about to other people through use of symbols, drawings, sounds, etc. This led to invention of dialects and script because of the need of us to tell people what we are feeling, what we want to share things with people constantly, right? We are living in a time where we want to constantly share what we are feeling to other people. If I am feeling happy, I want to share my happiness. I want to tell my parents, I want to tell my family why I am happy. I want to tell them why I am sad. If something is paining in my body, I want to tell my parents why it's paining, like I am not feeling well. So I want to communicate. There is a need, there is a constant need for us to communicate with the people that is around us, and that led to invention of dialects. Dialects is what? It's a form of language. And scripts. What is script? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all these alphabets are called as scripts. Okay, A, E, E, U, all this is Devanagari script. Okay, so it led to formation of language, it led to formation of alphabets, and it led to formation of language. Okay, development of language took place. Over a period of time, language was being used as an expression of thought. The constructive use of language led to creation of literature. So over the time, okay, language was used only for communication, that I am feeling this, I am feeling that, but later on it took the form of literature. What is literature? People started writing poems, people started writing stories, people started writing shero shairis. So all this led to creation of literature. From ancient time, Indian literature is known for its diversity and uniqueness. From a very long time, Indian literature is known. Why? Because it's very unique, it's very different. Indian scholars of ancient times scholars divided ancient literature into Vedic and classic literature. So Indian literature is divided into Vedic and classic literature. Beside this, we also have some folk literature. Okay, beside this we also have folk literature. What is folk literature? Related to our region. So Gujarat na state na related songs are there, right? Like there are so many songs for Gujarat state, okay, celebration, all that. Those are called as folk literature. Okay, like we have so many folk stories. Okay, we have Gohil na I forgot the name, Mokhraji ni stories, right? We have Khodiyar Mataji nu mandir kevi રીતના બન્યું, like રાજા જાતા હતા અને ખોડિયાર માતાએ એને એમ કીધું હતું કે આપ માહે બળીને ન જોતા, I am coming back behind you only. But then Raja turned around and the Mataji stood where it is, like at Rajapura, and that is why the temple is there. So all these stories are folk stories. Okay, now we are going to skip to language and literature. If we quickly look at the history, we can see the emergence of variety of language since centuries. So if we look at history, we will see that literature, language has developed from, it's developing and it is developed since ancient time. Okay, these language influenced one another and resulted in development of literature. So language had influence on each other. English had influence on Hindi, Hindi had influence on English. If you see, lot of people don't only speak English all the time, right? They use mix of English, Hindi and Gujarati. So over the time, each language started influencing the other language and it led to the development of literature. As a result, some language and literature have developed and flourished. Obviously, language and literature for a very, very long time has flourished, it has developed. Flourished means development. Okay, the best example is that of Sanskrit language. Sanskrit language is less in use in present time, but religious ceremonies and worshipping rituals are in Sanskrit language. So if you look at the language of Sanskrit, people do not talk in Sanskrit anymore. Okay, but however, all the Hindu rituals, all the Hindu shloks, all the ceremonies, okay, puja, all the shloks, all the puja, all the artis mainly are in Sanskrit language. Generally, language provides opportunity for humans for better expression and understanding. So how would you understand what I am saying? Through my use of language. How would I understand what you are saying? Through your use of language. Okay. India's most ancient script is that of Harappan civilization, which has not been deciphered, and so we have not obtained much information about their language. So India's most ancient literature falls under Harappan civilization. Okay, obviously Indus Valley civilization, but however what language they used we are not able to understand. The alphabets are there, the language is there, everything is there, but we are not able to understand what it is. We have tried to connect it to Sanskrit, but we are not able to understand. Okay, there are certain alphabets which we are not able to understand. We have tried to connect it with Egyptian language also, we are not able to understand what it is. So deciphered meaning we are not able to discover what language they used. Okay, because we are not able to understand the alphabets. Okay, Maharishi Panini was a great Sanskrit grammarian. Okay, so there was a Maharishi Panini and he was very good in Sanskrit grammarian. Grammarian meaning grammar. The most important book of his time is Maharishi Panini's Ashtadhyayi. Okay, so this is the book which Maharishi Panini wrote, which is noteworthy book of Sanskrit grammar of 4th century. So 4th century ni sabthi best Sanskrit book hati. Okay, Sanskrit is considered the language of the Aryans. Aryans came and they brought in with them the language of Sanskrit. Language of the sages or the language of the scholars. Sages એટલે ઋષિ મુનિઓ લોકો જ તે સંસ્કૃત બોલી શકતા. Only scholars could study. Scholars એટલે teachers. Okay, people who are highly educated only could speak Sanskrit. It has been accepted by all international level that Sanskrit is the best language for computer use. So Sanskrit, it's accepted everywhere that Sanskrit is the best language that is used in computer system. Sanskrit was the chief language for knowledge, science, religion and philosophy. So Sanskrit language was used to teach knowledge, to teach science, to teach people religion and to teach philosophy.